it's important to admit when you didn't understand something properly, when you kind of missed something. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Something I didn't really fully understand, something I didn't totally appreciate. The concept is that rate hikes, like these dramatic increases in central bank rates, the Bank of Canada rate we had in Canada for the last 2 years, it doesn't really grab everybody for 2 years. That's reality. I mean, I read it. I was aware of it. I am familiar with it. I kept seeing it repeated. I was aware, I thought, but I didn't really fully grasp it. I'm only getting it now. I'm only getting it now that I see sort of actual carnage on the ground from these rates. Because we didn't really, sure, we saw a lot of stressed people, but we didn't really see carnage, chaos, real worry, and real time, immediate disaster. We didn't see that in the first year. Sure, people came to us and said, I can't handle these rates. I need something to help me. I need this, I need that. And, you know, we sort of provided the best possible advice we could, sent them to the bank for extended amortizations, did all the things that but those were really just people with variable rate mortgages that had gone up. But that's only two banks. That's only Scotiabank and National Bank. And, you know, as time went by, those things quieted down and we didn't really hear about it anymore. We assumed people just adjusted. Tiny few had to sell the houses. A few people had to take part-time jobs or they did whatever they managed. But we didn't fully understand, I didn't fully understand how the constant barrage of renewals was going to, because it didn't all happen at once, right? It just happens a few thousand every week and more next year, maybe 10,000 a week, but it was gradual. And now it's fully in play. And we're seeing these bad outcomes. We're seeing terrible economic news in Canada, particularly focused in Ontario, where we had the greatest mortgage activity. 38% of all the people live here in Canada. So we saw the greatest mortgage activity. And in the worst possible time, in 2020, 2021, people taking huge mortgages, real estate prices going through the roof. And now we're really seeing the final outcome. We're seeing kind of some economic devastation for some people. It's a combination of things. It just needed time, and now it's here. So it needs enough people to really feel the pain of the renewals. It's enough people after feeling that pain. It needs enough people to really stop buying stuff. And of course, the pain of the inflation, inflation has slowed, but no prices are going down. Very few that I can see are actually going down. So we see the people stop buying things. We see automotive sales trail. We see businesses start to lay off folks, which we certainly really never saw in the first year of the rate increases. So, and now we're faced with this sort of insane mispricing of all the condos that were bought 5 years ago. And there's more coming. There's 20,000 more coming. We see it literally every day. We see homeowners, which quite frankly, for almost 4 years, never went to bankruptcy trustees. Like when I say never, I mean like never. Like it was less than 1% of a trustee's business was people who owned homes coming to them for bankruptcy and consumer proposal. But now there's more every single day. And that's a function of time. And so when I read those reports that, hey, you'll never really understand how bad the economy will get from rate hikes until the rate hikes stop or even start to reverse. I read it, I thought about it, I didn't fully absorb it and reflect on it. And now here we are. We're here. And I believe we will get worse economic news in Canada every day, every week, every month, more layoffs, more problems. I mean, we still hear about, okay, Ron, you've decided that rates are going to come down, that the Bank of Canada is going to reduce rates. So, real estate should come back. But it's becoming clearer and clearer to me that there's so many problems inside real estate now with mispricing, with people who paid too much. Sure, again, the perfect house on the sought-after street in the wonderful neighborhood, and it's completely renovated and it's literally perfect. It may sell at the right price. But we are observing now, right now, anomalies in real estate. We are seeing substantial price reductions, value reductions versus what single family homes in the 905 sold for in 2021 versus today. I'm talking substantial, like 20%, 25% reductions. So are we in for it? Probably. Probably this is going to be the next 12 months of very painful scenarios for people with mortgages, people trying to sell homes. At the end, there may be some advantage to people who want to buy homes who don't own them now. But overall, I think it's going to be a very difficult period in Canada. And, let's do this. Let's have some sympathy for people who are getting in trouble, because I know that's not a big thing in social media. In social media, people like to say, oh, well, they were greedy, they were stupid, they should have known better. I mean, that's just the commentary you get. And look, I talk to these people, and it's just not true. Most of them, a handful, made very bad decisions, and sometimes were greedy. But a great many, no. It's just a big personal problem. So a little bit of sympathy, but the thing is starting now, and we're going to know a lot more in 12 months. Hang in.